Hello, welcome to Elemental Therapy channel. My name is Anya, and today we'll be talking about the nature of Kundalini, that primordial energy that underlines everything, that exists in every atom and every living being that animates the entire world. In fact, everything we see around is her body. It's a body of the goddess. It's a pure energy. And she's called Kundalini, which means coiled. They say the yogis say that she lies in the Muladhara chakra coiled 3.5 times. So it's like a coiled snake or like a coiled serpent. So in Hindu tradition called Kundalini, but she's known to other spiritual traditions, like in Christianity she's called Holy Spirit, that pervades everything. Mayans used to call her Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent. The Peruvian shamans call her Pachamama, the great mother. And she's Shakti, the great goddess for Hindus. So it's obvious that people was always able to understand the existence of such phenomena because they are that existence. The whole world, they say, was created by the unity between Shakti or Kundalini and the Shiva. Shakti is the goddess, the pure energy, and Shiva is the pure consciousness. And so with the union of both, the whole world is born. Kundalini is a consciousness of our body. It's a conscious creative energy. So when we experience a connection with that energy and her movement through our body, through the chakras to unite with Shiva, we experience the oneness with the whole universe, because everything is made up with the same energy. And it's interesting how we experience the oneness and the sameness. In the same time, we can experience ourselves as being unique. So if you expand your brain 200%, you can understand that, yes, we're all made up from the same energy, but at the same time, we have our own individual Kundalini that we can work with in ourselves, and everybody's different. It's almost like the spectrum of color white. When you put it through the prism, you see billions of different color variations. So Kundalini is like this. The white light in us disperses through different shades and differences. And of course, all our chakras end up making the entire rainbow of itself. So we're like a separate color, yet we're also the entire rainbow. So it's really, the concept is really about the critical mind. It's really easier to feel it and experience it, and then instead of understanding it with your mind. It's really difficult to understand the concept of Kundalini with just your mind. You really have to experience it, and once you experience it, that leads to the enlightenment. The desire of Kundalini is to unite with her husband Shiva. So she resides down in the Muladhara chakra, base of the spine, and through practice of meditation, the pranayama, bandhas, which is muscular contractions, mudras, mantras, she can be aroused and gently guided through each chakra to go all the way up to the top of the spine, to Sahasrara, the seat of the Shiva. And in that moment you experience bliss and oneness, and you experience yourself as a divine supreme being. So this is the goal of Kundalini Yoga, and this is the goal of chakra meditations. While Kundalini is rising, it burns all the impurities from the chakras. And as we know, all the disease and aging is really caused not so much by age or by some mysterious illnesses, but by the blocks that accumulated in the people. And so when there's so many blocks, the energy cannot run smoothly, that universal energy that always runs through us, because we are energy. So it gets stuck, it cannot move very well. That's where the disease occurs, and that's where aging occurs, and that's where we die eventually. So when we consciously keep moving that energy, when we cultivate that knowledge of how to work with that, how to work with ourselves and with the cosmic rays, then we can stay beautiful and perfect and healthy for a very long time. So Kundalini rising can be a very healing experience, and it can happen via daily practice of yoga, or it can happen spontaneously. And it happens a lot with people who tend to enjoy hallucinogenic drugs or ecstatic dancing, like for example going to the raves. And it happens to the young people, and they don't know what's happening to them, and it can be scary and traumatic. So it's very important to understand your own energetical composition and how it all works, so that the scary experience that you're getting at the festival can be actually amazingly enlightening experience. And it just takes a little bit of knowledge. And some people are so eager to have that Kundalini experience. They do anything to get it, and they don't. You can't force it. Really, that consciousness, she's like a playful kitten. She really has the mind of its own, and it's the body, it's a wisdom of the body. I call it the consciousness of the body. Nothing to do with our mind or our ego. You cannot control it with your ego. In fact, when you try to force it, she hides more. She's like a wild animal. She's like a wild goddess of the woods. So you can connect it with love, or just connect it with being and enjoying your life ecstatically. And then that's how she comes out and plays. And when she begin to arise, I can describe the process from my own experience. Basically, you start to feel like a little tingling in the base of your spine and very like warm sensation, and then she goes to second chakra, which is a chakra of it's a water energy. It's a chakra of sexuality, creativity. So you feel like almost you feel aroused, you feel sexual aroused, you feel aroused with your desires to play. Then she goes higher to the Manipura, the fire center, and then you start to feel this amazing joy of life, and you want to go out and dance and have fun. And then she goes to the heart, Anahata chakra, and at that point I feel it's amazing love and unity with everything. My heart just completely expands, like a blazing diamond, and it feels really intense. Sometimes almost I feel like how much love can I take? Like it's like stretching of your love capabilities. Really interesting experience. Then goes to your the Vishuddha, the creating with the words, and it's the energy over the space, the element of space. You feel this really sort of like expansion of the mind. When it goes here, you start to see things as they truly are. You start to see the essence of the things. There's nothing blurry about how the existence truly is, and that is a mystic experience. And when she goes here, then you feel the samadhi. Then you experience the oneness with the highest of the energies, the spirit and the soul, the God. So you have experience of the God, and you experience yourself as the God or the goddess. And after that, it's slowly, the Kundalini slowly goes back down, and it moves along the Sushumna channel, which is in our spine. It's like a hollow energy channel around the spine. It goes from Muladhara, that connects Muladhara chakra, the earth, to the crown chakra. So the pranayama exercises helps to clear the nadis, the Ida in Pingala, which is left and right, and that's why we do solar lunar breath, alternative breath. It helps to clear that all those channels, and it helps to have the clear path for Kundalini to rise. But basically, each chakra um, represents a state of mind, how you experience yourself. It correlates to the certain organs, and when Kundalini rising, it clears everything. So whatever is clogged or impure will be busted through with this gold, like molten gold type of energy. So it's highly healing, it's very illuminating, and I'll be talking about each chakra experience in depth in our next videos. But for today, thank you very much for your attention, and I hope you'll join us in Kundalini practices.